Hi, and welcome to Professor Kev Show. Got my friend Cailey with us from Cailey's Creative Consulting. Good afternoon, Cailey. That's a lot of C's. I like it.
Yeah.
I think you might have done that on purpose, my friend.
hmm
All right, so let's start at the beginning. Tell us about the business. Why did you start it?
As a freelance content creator, I kind of started in multiple niches, and when I was picking out, I chose education. And I think as a student, what kind of drove me to create content for other students, and when I'm like creating these videos, I realized the kind of lack of opportunity that people might not know about. There's kind of like um something where it's like when I promote something, I realize that maybe like this organization that I'm promoting, they might not know how to kind of spread their voice. So I realized when I was looking for volunteer roles as well that a lot of nonprofit organizations needed like content creators, marketers, and all of them had a really strong idea, but couldn't execute themselves correctly because of their lack of knowledge in digital storytelling and outreach and marketing. And I'm Kevin. I'm sure you know as like an entrepreneur and a professor that storytelling and inspiring others to speak their voices and giving them that platform is really important because without that platform, it's kind of like, oh, like you have that goal in mind, but it's not reaching anybody.
You basically just described me, Cailey.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I have the podcast, obviously, but
Mhm.
when you start talking about, okay, Kev, you should do Instagram stories, Instagram Reel. Kayla, that sounds amazing. I don't know what it is. So it's trying to everything you just said. I know I want to have a podcast. Now, how do I make it so that when you're on the show and we're sharing it, people are actually seeing it?
Mhm.
Because it's very hit or miss sometimes. You're like, well, that one didn't go so well. So
Yeah.
I can totally see what you're saying. And it just I see this all the time. I say to people, hey, I'd like to have you on the podcast like you. You want me to do a video? Like, okay, it's never gonna
Yeah.
happen. I'm like, we'll find
Mhm.
something else to do. So what types of people are you helping right now, Kaylee?
Right now there's a lot of different people that I'm helping. For example, I've helped people from like this one girl, she was doing like cultural dances on YouTube Shorts, and she wanted to kind of, like spread her art form in a way that a lot of people see it. And another person, he was making his own like video game creation company and he was making and coding video games, but he was trying to get it out to more people. So I also help them with that. And like I think Kevin, like obviously as a professional, you have like this network of people, but usually students, they're starting out their careers, they don't know that many people in the field, and it's really hard for them to, like get started and like amplify their voices.
I agree, Kaylee, and we get discouraged
Mhm.
because we do that for us video, blog post, whatever it may be, and we get 3 likes. And you're like, well, I put a lot of effort into that, Kaylee. So, I guess, no one cares about it. It's easy to get
Mhm.
discouraged, and, it's funny because as someone who's done a lot as I have, it's really funny because I call it, this is my life. When I look back to videos I did 10 years ago and I'm like, oh my God, I hope
Yeah.
no one's watching that one, type of thing and stuff. But it's just sometimes we just need help, taking what we did and getting more people to see it because that makes us feel like we have a voice and people
Mhm.
care about what we're saying. So what you're doing for people is really amazing in my eyes. But as someone who's been there, done that, and lived through that, like I wish I would have met Cailey 10 years ago. It would have been helpful, and
Mhm.
stuff. So big picture, the future. What are we hoping to accomplish? Where are we going to take this, Cailey?
Well, obviously, like I'll be going to a college and I'll be majoring in something like business, econ, marketing. And in the future, I hope that I meet a bunch of amazing self-starters and people that want to make something innovative and help other people that can help me with my mission. Right now, I'm reaching out to other content creators who hopefully have some advice for me or want to join me on my goal of kind of like helping other people. And like obviously, like as you said, Kevin, I also like when I started like making content, I also wish there was me. I wish that I knew some of these things that I like learned over the years. And I just want to be somebody that helps people that are like just kind of starting out, like social media is not on their side. They're getting like zero push from all of these algorithms that they don't know how it works and they want to know how it works.
Awesome. Cailey, what's the best way for people to reach out to you if they want to talk to you about working with them?
Well, I have a TikTok, obviously as an influencer. It's my name, so CaileySKLL. And you could also connect with me on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Um,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
Keep going. Keep going.
I think that's about it. And you could also email me. My email is my name, so CaileyChin at AOL.com. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Cailey, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
of course.